Hello again and welcome back for more Divergences with Aspen. And as we saw in the last video, I just added Milan to my sphere. They of course will want to ally me, even though we still have bad relations since I after all wore them. They're going to be willing to help me in my wars, and I will be able to expand quite nicely and easily here. Of course, trying to reduce relations with Etruria, I want to get them below 50 so I can justify to add them to my sphere. So Etruria is probably the largest and most difficult nation here to deal with, of course. We'll need my allies there. I will. I'm not going to call anyone for look, it's just a one province state, so going to be very easy to deal with. And I'm justifying on Etruria, and everything will be quite alright. As for plans for this game, after I unify Italy under my leadership, I don't have any specific plans, aside of course I'm going to start into Spain as much as possible, and I might actually end up warring the dual monarchy here for this province here, Languedoc, and for Provence, and in order to just sort of get this continuous coastline here, and of course ensure I get more dominance over the Mediterranean. If I just take this stuff here up to the Straits of Gibraltar and then I have everything up to here, I will of course have like this personal small lake on the inside of my awesome country. So yeah, that's going to be a goal of mine, and then I will start expanding into Africa. And after expanding into Africa, I will continue expanding into Africa, and I will probably start warring Scandinavia for their Indian colony here, and use that as a springboard to just sort of eat up India, eat up Herat here in Persia, and we'll see where I go from there. I might want to try and go for a sphere in Egypt or the Ottomans, so I can get the Suez Canal. I might just annex the Suez province or Sinai province here outright to be able to secure myself the canal, and then possibly I will annex Ashut and Luxor. If I annex Luxor, I get, of course, as the owner of the Valley of the Kings, I get sole rights to Egyptian excavations, which is a sort of source of a lot of research points and prestige. So there you go, just taking a look right there, and everything is going very well. Of course, it helps that I'm warring these guys, because then I'm just beating them down and making sure they can't build up, and this will help me avoid them potentially becoming greater powers, especially Etruria and Savoy and possibly Venice are potential greater powers, so going to have to be very watchful to avoid that happening. So getting a lot of administrative efficiency here. Of course helps that I first researched the ad hoc money bill printing, which increases both my tax efficiency and my administrative efficiency, so that's good. And with more administrative efficiency you also get more tax efficiency from those provinces, so essentially just getting both tax and administrative efficiency equals getting double tax efficiency and some other bonuses, etc, etc. So always very good to just focus on bureaucrats. They do so much, and if you get a maximum administrative efficiency, you are a very stable and solid country, and you get money and you get income and you get stability, and everything is nice and lovely in the world. So just going to get idealism here. I will probably be able to get it very, very quickly. And Then I will go for romanticism and realism, and I will do the lavish exhibition decision. The amount of prestige I get from this, 21, is increased by 5 for every level of culture tech I have. Sorry, every level of aesthetics tech I have this branch here within culture. And of course, they also give prestige bonuses as percentages, so uh, let's see, this gives like 5% extra, so in reality you only get 20 prestige, but then since it's plus 5% you get 21 prestige, so for the next level you get 25 plus 10%, which equals like 28, etc, etc, mathematics. So so yeah, you get from taking those two technologies I get 10 extra prestige plus some, and of course the inventions associated with these technologies give a lot of prestige, as you can see here. Not these two, because the people are already getting these inventions since they have researched this. So yeah, I'm just going to get it quickly so I can get a lot of prestige. And or actually, I'm not so sure. I have a lot of prestige, and I don't really need a lot of prestige playing as Aragon or Aragon-Italy, simply because I have a very strong industrial base and military base, so I will be a very solid great power, even without even without prestige tech and a lot of prestige. So I'll probably end up spending my military, spending my research points on something else, like for example military or industry or commerce, or just a little bit of everything. So I'm going to clear war here and to share, calling my allies of course, simply because they are hard to deal with, and we'll see what I do when I mobilize so many units they've got. So they are moving into Medina because they see that this army here is smaller, which means of course that I can surprise flank them, except of course these idiots here ruin that opportunity. So yeah, everyone's just following me now, hopefully into Florence, and or not, but they're going to those other provinces. So after Etruria here, there is only Parma left, and then Savoy. I can't war Savoy because they're in the Anglo-French sphere of influence, so I have to war Anglo-France for that. So I'm just going to take them from Anglo-France the normal way, which is the slow way, but it's only 1840 and I'm already nearly completely dominating Italy. So it's a nearly just a walk in the park, really, just going to do what I can to get these guys in West here. So as you can see, Anglo-France here just putting in a lot of influence with them. Of course they will probably want to ban my embassy, which means I will lose the current influence I have saved up there, which of course sucks, but there is really not a lot I can do about it right now. So I'm just going to see how much military these guys have. They have 166 brigades when not mobilized. Actually I can spy on them here, so as you can see they don't have a lot of military power concentrated around this area, so of course an alternative is simply to just war them to take Savoy from my sphere of influence. If I get help from all my Italian allies, I will probably be able to very easily, or well, at least with relative ease, kick these guys down. So I'm going to do that now, actually. I think just decrease relations and prepare for justification of war, because otherwise taking Savoy might be hard as long as they are focused on it. Getting idealism, getting lots of research points here, very lowly actually, despite having little literacy. I get a lot of research points because like I said, I have the Ivory Tower intellectual. He contributes more than he contributes probably like 2.5 research points daily due to the modifiers. So he is a very helpful guy to have, and I'll have him for 6 more years. You have your first minister for 10 years if you are a monarchy, or if you're a republic and you have elections, then if the same party is elected, your first minister stays, but if a different party is elected, then a new first minister comes into play. So, getting ideological thought, and everything going nice. So now I'm going to break my alliance with Anglo-France here. They have an army here which will die pretty quickly if it remains there, so dissolve alliance. I still have a lot of work to do in order to decrease relations with them, but it'll go very fine. And I have a lot of armies. I'm just going to bring them up into Milan here, if I can get military access, that is. And yeah. Of course, these guys aren't giving me military access for some reason. Venice. Okay, so Venice are at war with Austria, so I'm going to help them out. I'm going to call, of course, in all my Italian miners. I'm the war leader, so I can call in all my allies, and Austria will regret the day they decided to declare war on Venice. So just going to keep decreasing relations. As you saw, they banned our embassy here now, so I can't get influence, so I'm just not going to bother. I'm going to put my influence somewhere else. I am going to put it into... Where am I going to put it into? Switzerland, perhaps? Always a nice nation to just get in my sphere. Of course, I can always just annex them too. As you can see here, the Swiss are Germans. In this game, the Swiss culture isn't unique here, so they are part of Germany. If you can just look here, you see all this yellow plus Austria here, a sort of core Germany in this game. So if you form Germany, this is what you get, and if you form Greater Germany, you of course also get all of Bohemia and Slovakia, so you have a large Germany here formable. Again, that's also something I haven't seen yet in these games, because I haven't played them for very long, so it'll be interesting to see. For now though, just going to work on sphering someone. I have no idea who and why I should sphere them, so yeah, might just want to get some influence in the New World or something like that, so going to work on sphering these 7 republics. Grand Colombia will probably fall from great power status soon if they don't do something to keep themselves there, in which case I will probably sphere them simply because they are Spanish and I'm, well, sort of Spanish. So, going to do the national conference decision now, thanks to idealism. It gives me much more research points than I could have gotten without idealism. So, nice boost to my research there, losing some prestige, nothing I can't live without. So, Austria will be kicked down, and I am actually considering if I should just like take a province from them, in that case probably Karlovac here, so I just rob them of any coastline. Of course, first just going to finish justifying on Palma, going to take another 60 days, and then Austria will meet their doom. I think Austria probably has a lot of military tech. Germans tend to do okay, only 6, that's only 1 more than me, so they're not that far ahead, but I'm going to have to be careful anyway. Going to just do the Davos exhibition now, won't bother waiting for its upgrades, so there we go, and Austria are meeting with a grave fate as I send in my rescuing armies of white knights. And yeah, Game is going well. Aragon is, of course, a rather powerful nation, so it's going to be quite easy, I think, after I form Aragon-Italy, simply because I will have so many peoples. So I'm going to keep chasing Austria's armies here. I vastly outnumber them, so I can just chase them down and make sure they don't think of doing something stupid. Okay, I don't vastly outnumber them, but I do outnumber them. Hopefully I outnumber them enough. And we'll just see about that. Going to actually call my allies now. I said I would do it, I didn't do it. The extra help, of course, will be very helpful. And so allies and calling allies, and now you can see Austria at war with large parts of this area here. Just going to call the Papal States too, and life is well. Okay, going to war Parma now and call my allies, so someone else might just end up starting to occupy them, because I simply need to reinforce these guys here. Join, everyone join me. Very good. So, once I get more diplomacy points, I will of course keep lowering relations with the dual monarchy and get them away from me. Of course, I am now currently losing a few battles here, so I'm going to retreat these guys into Klagenfurt, take the strategic loss as they say it, and just sort of getting Austria to retreat, I hope. King Milan's already putting some guys there, so I'm just going to go ahead and move across here, and hopefully my allies will come to the rescue very soon. I obviously have underestimated the power of Austria. I'm probably going to end up the same when fighting the dual monarchy and be like, oh no, I'm underestimating them, oh woo. So Austria is still being stupid and moving in some armies here, so I'm just going to reinforce these guys, and here comes the Italian cavalry, or infantry, whatever. Salzburg, probably not going to give me military access, so I can't chase Austria into those provinces, and no one is coming to rescue my armies. You are bad allies. Yeah, just going to justify on Austria when I get diplomatic points. I don't have my reinforcements arrived just a day too late, so I lost the battle against Austria there. Not to worry, I severely outnumber them now, so I'm going to be able to just chase them down, and of course all my allies will greatly help in that endeavor. So of course now I don't have line of sight on the dual monarchy, which kinda sucks, but yeah, see, I will probably be able to handle them with all my Italian miners. Just hope someone's going to rescue my armies in Klagenfurt now. This is very, very vexing, of course, when your allies are just being such idiots, brain dead idiots. And yeah, just going to try and hold on and see if they are doing anything. They are not doing anything. Of course they are not. They are stupid, but we'll see. Austria hasn't got a lot of soldiers left, so here comes Venice to the rescue finally. And we can beat the final Austrian armies and get them. Okay, I do have elections, so I'm probably just a constitutional monarchy, yeah, so that means I might end up losing my first minister very soon. Of course, it all depends on who wins the elections, so Venice is still not interested in being a very good ally here and leaving my armies alone against the Austrians, and they obviously had some backup here that I didn't know about, so that kind of sucks. I might just end up white piecing Austria because they are sort of just being hassled. Okay, so Burgundy now at war with the dual monarchy. This is an ideal time for me to strike. Sadly, wow, that's a lot of military spending. Sadly, I do not have the justification ready yet. Hopefully the war will last long enough, and okay, Venice seems to be coming to my rescue here in Graz. I really hope they do. Because if I lose that battle, I'm going to lose a lot of war score, and losing a lot of war score is not good. So yeah, let's just see if I can't justify it. So there you go. Next time I get one diplomacy point, I can justify a war against the dual monarchy. And please, Milan, come to my rescue. No, they're not. Okay, so I just lost, and of course everyone's just moving in every direction ever. And my armies are spreading out, and I'm probably going to lose a few armies right now. Of course, slightly annoying. Add Palma to a sphere of influence. Yes, good. And we'll blah blah blah. So yeah, I'm probably going to just, like I said, just white piece the Austrians as soon as possible. Just hopefully I'll be able to take down this small army that's split off here. I am good, and the Austrians are also now splitting up, so I can just hunt down their split up forces. And of course this is just the AI being stupid and not realizing that splitting up so damaged forces as these guys are won't really do them any good. Good for me though. Oh no, never mind, of course I'm just going to lose there simply because I don't have the required military technology. Which of course means that I should probably get some military technology, but not now. Not interested. And I'm probably going to regret it when I fight the dual monarchy. But we'll see. It'll probably go well enough. Because here they have a lot of brigades from fully mobilized, but many of them are in England, and I won't need to go to England. So that's cool, and I'm going to justify it to take a province from their sphere of influence. I'm just going to swiftly bring in reinforcements here. I forgot I had them here, and they will probably they did take down the Austrians. Well, that's excellent. So just going to send everything into here now and take down the split of Austrian army. Is going to help Venice here as soon as I finish here, and Austria is going down for the count. So yeah, I take back what I said. I might still just consider taking a province from Austria. Might be helpful. So we'll just see how that is going. Maybe Venice will end up sort of demanding something from Austria. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, so you can see my armies here are severely weakened, and I need to let them rest before I fight the dual monarchy. Otherwise, I will not really have a lot I can do. So let's see, Austria, they are going for white peace, so I'm just going to accept that and position my armies and try to prepare for this upcoming war, of course. One idea, of course, might be to just play a defensive early on, at least in this part of my country, just building some forts and stuff like that. Yeah, of course, I'm very bad at checking my economy, so suddenly a lot of losses and a lot of loans. Thankfully, I avoided bankruptcy. There are a few things that are more annoying than bankruptcy, so doing what I can to avoid that. And yeah, I'll probably end the video here now. Like I said in the last one, due to length, and next time we'll probably see a war against the dual monarchy. So until then, people, have a nice time. I hope you enjoyed and hope you will continue to enjoy. Aspen out.